My guest is Tricia. Tricia, tell me, why are you here?
Steve, I want to know if my daughter and my husband have been having sex for the past 5-6 years. It's been really bothering me. It's a very big
Tricia,
problem.
hold on a second. I just started the show, and you're telling me
yes,
that you're here wondering if your daughter has been having sex with your husband, her father?
No, this is not her
Stepfather?
father. Her stepfather, yes.
For the past 5 years?
Yes, since she was 15 years old.
Since she was 15?
Yes.
And you suspect they've been sleeping together for 5 years?
Yes.
Why do you suspect that?
I suspect this because my husband has been so distant from me lately.
And what triggered all of a sudden, I think my daughter is sleeping with my husband?
Well, when my husband first met my daughter, he basically looked at her, told her how pretty she was. She looked like Alicia Keys, you know, and she wasn't nothing but 12 at the time. Anytime I have a conversation with him about my daughter, he's always sticking up for her, for one. And then, you know, I would say to my daughter, I tell her, well, you know, why don't you come over when Steve is around? You know, she'll tell
Not
me,
me.
no, my husband, okay. Steve. And she don't want to come. You know, she acts as if though she don't like him, but then when they're alone with one another, they can talk. They can do whatever they do by themselves.
Do you have any proof that they're sleeping together?
It's a strong sense that I have that he's
So it's a feeling more than any kind of proof?
More, yes, sir.
Okay, how do you sleep with someone when you think that they're sleeping with your daughter?
Well, basically, Steve, because he's my husband. He's my husband.
Well, if he's your husband,
and then
why wouldn't you say, well, that's when he tells me I'm not sleeping with him, he's my husband, I believe him.
Well, basically, I want the truth.
Okay. And how has this affected your relationship with your daughter?
We don't talk.
You don't talk?
I have a grandson that don't even know me.
Your daughter's here today?
Yes.
Your daughter's name is China?
Yes.
Let's hear what she has to say about this.
Sure. Hi, China. 6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
6 years.
Yes.
You've been doing this.
Yes.
Okay, and you weren't even married to him. Y'all were just dating.
Okay, but we married now.
Let me finish.
We're married now.
Okay, that's great.
And I'm
okay?
still your mother regardless of what you say to me.
Marriage. Do not put me into it. You've been doing this for 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
At 14.
At
14.
15.
That's why you didn't go to my freaking 8th grade graduation.
Okay,
Don't you remember?
What's your 8th grade
Don't you remember?
What's that got to do with this?
Because you were not in my life. Not!
You're currently married, pregnant,
and happy.
And happy. And you come out, you seem pretty passionate. No, I never did that. And you weren't there for me. And you were on a roller coaster with the emotions. 1 minute she's saying, did he do something to you? The
Yeah,
next
because she
minute,
tells me that she knows me because she gave birth to me, pretty much.
I do.
But you were not in my life for the
That
past
don't mean
13
that I don't
years.
know you, China.
But you didn't raise me.
How you gonna? I don't have to raise you to know
me.
you. I don't
Yes,
have to,
you do.
But
yes,
just
you do.
because
You
why I
have to
didn't
know my
raise you,
mistakes.
why
You have to know where the hell I've been, who I hung out with,
You was
and what I
you
was
were
into.
8 years old.
Yeah.
I made a mistake in my life.
Sure did.
And what
you
happened?
sure did.
Well, the thing
you
about
sure
it, what you have to understand.
And I am
what
so
happened?
happy.
Well, what
so
happened?
happy I was gone from you.
You know
because
what?
you
know
can
what,
make
China?
no sense to yourself.
Yo,
and there's
I
no
make
telling.
a lot of sense,
there's
honey.
no telling what would have happened to me if I would have stayed with you.
I gotta ask you this, and it's a difficult question to ask you. Any sexual contact ever with her husband?
No.
Not sexual intercourse, anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Seriously, nothing.
How does it make you feel that she says that you're pregnant, that she thinks that your pregnancy now is because of you sleeping with her?
Because I feel like she don't want me to be happy. I
That's
feel like
not true.
And when I finally just get everything out of my head and be happy with who I'm with, because I am very happy, okay? She does this stuff, okay? And I don't need it.
I'm going to say this, and I'm just trying to be honest. The story doesn't make a lot of sense from what you're saying. Are you jealous of your daughter?
Not at all.
Okay.
No,
Not
she
at all.
just
I
can't
want to meet.
stand me.
Not at all.
and
That's
this,
all it is.
This.
For
I wanna,
whatever
I want to
reason.
meet your husband. Let's bring him out. You're married to this woman, right?
Correct.
Okay. I got to ask you, do you love her?
Of course.
Okay. Any time since you've met this young lady, have you ever had any sexual contact with her?
No. I try to treat her like she was my stepchild. Go out my way for her. But this woman right here sit up here for 6 years, constantly accusing me. That's molestation. And she's 14 years old and I'm sleeping with her, Steve. That's something right there. I'm coming to her like a gentleman saying, look, you harassing me, you assassinating my character. Why would I do something like that? It's 1,000 women out there in the street. If I wanted to cheat on my wife, it wouldn't be with her damn daughter. Excuse me for cursing. So I sit up here and tell my wife, I said, look, you've been in my life. When I was needed you the most, she been there. I love this woman. She know I love her. Only reason I'm back here right now is for she can finally get her answer and realize what she sent me through. She holler at the top of her lung, making me out some type of pervert, molester, or this type of whatever she got in her mind. I said, maybe she just had a problem. Something happened in her childhood.
Well,
but no, hear me out. You need to listen for a minute.
Okay,
because
right,
it never should have went this far.
But the thing about it is,
listen.
No, you had to listen to
you
me.
Because I didn't sit back and heard your daughter.
I know what
and
you
I
heard
didn't
from my
heard you
daughter.
for 6 years.
Okay, now what?
The thing is, you've been wrong. And everybody is suffering. Not only you, me, my family, your family, and your grandkids gonna suffer too. Because you don't want to wake up and realize you got somebody that really care about you. If I didn't care about you, I'd have left you a long time ago. And you got me sitting over here arguing with your daughter, your everybody and neighbor trying to prove my innocence. I gotta walk down the street, still hold my head up high, and you didn't label me as some type of perverted molester?
Yeah, okay.
How do you think that make me feel?
You've been waiting for the answers.
Yes.
The answers are here.
Okay.
Are you going to accept the answers?
I'm going to accept them.
Okay.
Very much.
Your first one we're going to read is your daughter, China.
Okay.
She was asked, have you ever had any type of sexual contact with your mother's husband, Stephen? She answered, no. She was then asked, have you ever had sexual intercourse with your mother's husband, Stephen? She answered, no. Is it possible that your mother's husband, Stephen, is the father of your unborn child, the one that she's carrying now? She answered, no. Have you ever had any romantic feelings? Have you ever had any romantic feelings for your mother's husband, Stephen? She answered, no. And the results are that you told the truth. 6 years is a long time to accuse anybody of anything, but this is your daughter. 6 years. Is there anything you want to say to your daughter?
I don't even know if she wants me to talk to her.
Ask her.
But I didn't have a lot of stuff to happen to me in my life. And Jada, I am so sorry. I am totally sorry to you. Please forgive me. Please.
You know, you put me through a lot.
I know.
You put me through a lot.
I know. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
Let's get to Steve's results and see what they have to say. 6 years of accusing your husband of sleeping with your daughter. He was asked, have you ever had any type of sexual contact with your wife's daughter, China? He answered, no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with your wife's daughter, China? He answered, no. And the results for your husband's lie detector test is that he told the truth.
I'm letting you know, a simple, I'm sorry, or this and that, it just ain't gonna suffice.
Okay, it was just, I already know that. I
but you
already
know
know
what?
that.
I'm gonna tell you this here much. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I'd have left you a long time ago.
Steve, my experience of doing the show, my life, being a policeman, deal with in situations like this, it would be great to end the show right now and say, we cleared your name. It'd be great to say, Steve, you've been living with this for 6 years. you've cleared yourself, and we can say, see, they both were telling the truth. They never done this. Nothing happened. And we could say, show's over, and put a nice big ribbon on it, right? But something tells me, well, she took a lie detector test.
Okay.
And usually when somebody who's pointing the finger the loudest and hardest is the person you got to watch out for.
Yes, yes.
I never know the results before I open them. I don't know what this says, but it just can't, to me, it's like I look at a puzzle and I go, it doesn't fit. Something's going on here. Let's get to her results. Tricia, before the show, you were given a lie detector test and you were asked a couple questions, and you were asked, have you ever had sexual contact with anyone else while you have been in a relationship with Stephen? And you answered no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with anyone else while you've been in a relationship with Stephen? And you answered no. And the results for Tricia's lie detector test is that you did not tell the truth.
I didn't tell the truth. No, that's not true, Steve. That is not true, Steve, because I haven't done anything.
Okay.
You know, I could throw some names out of my own speculation if by you failing the test. You know, I could throw some names out, you know, but you know what? That ain't even the point here right now. You need to get back with your daughters. You need to really evaluate. Then me and you could talk. Because I ain't finna make no promises about nothing. You need to really do that. Because, see, I done suffered my 6 years. I done suffered already. It's a healing process for me now. But you need to get with your family. And I'm still your husband today. I'm still your husband.
And I'm going to say, I'm a fan of yours. I'm a fan of yours, and I'm a fan of yours. But I'm really a fan of yours because I see a guy that he's been hurt. You find out that you're the one that's been stabbed in the back. You've lived 6 years, as you have, through agony, accusations. And even through it all, even through all that, and when he finds out the truth, the guy is still level-headed and has common sense and say, I still love you, but the main issue is you need to repair the relationship with your daughter, and then we'll deal with us. So I got to say, Steve, I'm a fan of yours. Good luck to you. I hope everything works out. I hope this has brought some resolution in both of your lives. Good luck to you and your marriage and your child that's soon on the way. I hope that you repair this relationship, and I hope you'll give him the respect and sit down and be honest and give him what he deserves. Good luck to you.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too.